So what I'm going to be talking about is tapping for overwhelm. I'm going to be talking about the symptoms of overwhelm as well. I'm just going to get you better in the picture, Nicole. I'm going to be introducing Nicole, and then we're going to do some tapping which you can join along with. So first of all, I'd like to introduce my lovely friend Nicole. She is a feng shui practitioner, and she's also a Nia dance teacher. So maybe you want to say to everyone what Nia is, because you can probably say it better than I can.
Sure. Well, hello, I'm Nicole, and Nia is a fun, energetic, powerful class that lasts about an hour, and it incorporates dance arts and healing arts and the martial arts, and it's usually done barefoot so that you can get a sense of your feet. And anybody can do Nia because you really cater to what your body needs and what your body is sensing. So all fitness levels are able to do it. And it uses music from all around the world. And for me, it has been in my life since about 2006. And it's the one thing that I have stuck with all these years because it is so fun and it has been so beneficial to me, and it's also helped heal my lower back, which I've had a lot of issues with my whole life.
Amazing. That's so nice. You're going to be starting some classes soon in the area. So do you want to tell them about those classes in Chipperfield, are they?
Yeah. So they're going to be in Blackwell's, which is right in Chipperfield, like Tamara said, and they're going to be on Mondays from 1:30 to 2:30.
Great. So if you're in the area in Hertfordshire, come to and try out Nicole's classes. So I know, Nicole, that recently you came back from your holiday, and while you were away, you had the builders in, and you got back thinking everything would be ready for you, and that wasn't quite the case. What happened?
Yeah, so we came home to a house full of 7 workers the day before we were to start back at school and work. So needless to say, we had to go stay in a hotel because the bathrooms weren't ready. It's quite chaotic. We have 2 children, and I just felt completely chaotic and stressed out.
I can only imagine. And you'd been on a night flight, and all you wanted to do was sleep, right?
Yeah, we were exhausted.
So that must have been quite overwhelming. I don't know if you remember, but when you were experiencing that, what kind of do you remember how that felt in your body? Can you recall that the sensation or the thoughts that were going through your mind?
Yeah, so I actually felt like I left my body for a bit and tried to escape the chaos. And yeah, my mind was swimming with thoughts of how are we gonna get through this?
Yeah, I can imagine. So what people find is that overwhelm can take them in lots of different directions, and they can experience overwhelm in lots of different ways. And a lot of people experience overwhelm without even realizing it. So some people might feel very anxious. Some people might have lots of thoughts spinning around in their head, which actually can stop them sleeping. So they might suffer from insomnia, which then can lead to exhaustion, which then can lead to irritability and impatience and outbursts of anger when, if they weren't tired, they wouldn't be experiencing it. And some people just sometimes feel overwhelmed and they just don't know where to start with sorting their life out. And then because it just feels so overwhelming, it can lead to procrastination. So there's a whole load of different ways that overwhelm can manifest in people's lives. And I feel it's becoming this silent epidemic in our culture that so many of us are experiencing, and we don't even know that that's what's going on. We just think that is normal. And I know as from my own experience of being a mum, a working mum, and also from working with my clients who are a lot of working mums, that overwhelm is something that's there, but people don't actually realize that it's happening. So for example, at the school gate, it can be really common for one mum to say, I just nearly had an accident on the way to school because the kids were shouting in the back of the car, and another mum was like, I was rushing out the house And I was just about to drive off when I realized that one of the kids was still in the house. And these are kind of like tales from the battlefield of motherhood, if you like. And people just like, oh yeah, I know, it's so bad, isn't it? And everyone's kind of like saying, yeah, it's just agreeing with each other about how bad it is, but just accepting that that is in fact normal. So what I want to do is to actually do some tapping on some of those feelings. And particularly if you're a mum or you're taking care of other people in your life, what I really encourage people to do is to put their own oxygen mask on first. So, you know, if you're in a plane and they say put your own oxygen mask on before you help your children or other people. And I know when I was a mum and I had younger children, I found that really challenging because I just wanted to be there for my children, my daughter all the time. And I know that for me, I did suffer from exhaustion and I did wear myself down really thin, trying to juggle and struggle with everything that I was trying to do. But what I'm realizing more and more now is that more that I nourish and support myself, the more I can be really present with my daughter or with my work or with my husband or whatever I'm doing. Thank you. So we just got a couple of likes there. Mm-hmm. And Nicole's quite new to this whole dad thing, so I'm just
very excited
explaining her how it all works. I think it's so important that we do nurture and nourish ourselves first, and that can feel really difficult. So let's jump in and do some tapping on some of that. So if you've never done tapping before, tapping or EFT, emotional freedom techniques, is like acupuncture without needles, so we're not going to use any needles. And it's tapping on points which are mainly on the face, and there's one under your arm, and there's one on your hand. So if you just follow along with me, and Nicole's going to do the same, and just do what I do and say what I say. And if you don't want to join in, that's absolutely fine. But if you do join in, then do take responsibility for your own well-being. So as we're talking, has anything come up, like in terms of overwhelm or stress, that you can feel in your body right now? Is that, what would you say is there for you right now?
Yeah, I have a little bit of queasiness in my stomach when I think of when I'm overwhelmed. Another thing that came up for me is I crave sugar when I get stressed out.
Yes, that is what I forgot to mention. Absolutely. That is so common, craving sugar.
And then it's a nasty spiral, isn't it?
I know that.
Get on that wheel.
Yes. Great. So, okay. So tapping on the side of the hand, if you want to follow along, and say, even though I have this overwhelm, and I feel this queasiness in my stomach, I deeply and completely accept myself, even though I have this overwhelm, in my stomach, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though there's so much going on, and I just don't know where to start. I deeply and completely accept myself. So we're going to start tapping through the points, starting with the top of the head. All this overwhelm, and then beginning of your eyebrow. All this queasiness in my stomach. And if for you listening, it's not in your stomach, then you may want to just say where it is for you. And so much to do. I don't know where to start. All these thoughts. Spinning round in my mind. Keeping me up at night. Making me feel tired in the morning. And all this overwhelm.
And all this stress.
I wonder what it would be like. If I could put my own oxygen mask on first.
If I could put my own oxygen mask on first.
And how would that look like?
And how would that look like?
Maybe I'd be kind to myself.
Maybe I'd be kind to myself.
Maybe I'd nurture myself.
Maybe I'd nurture myself.
Maybe I'd just notice my body more.
Maybe I'd just notice my body more.
Maybe I'd become aware more.
Maybe I'd become aware more.
Of my feet on the ground.
Of my feet on the ground.
And my body in the seat.
And my body in the seat.
Being supported by gravity.
Being supported by gravity.
Knowing and trusting.
Knowing and trusting.
That I don't have to fight.
That I don't have to fight.
It doesn't have to be difficult.
It doesn't have to be difficult.
I'm open to the possibility.
I'm open to the possibility.
Of allowing gravity to support me.
Of allowing gravity to support me.
And maybe by being more.
And maybe by being more.
I'll get more done.
I'll get more done.
Because I'll bring more peace.
Because I'll bring more peace.
And more ease.
And more ease.
And more calm.
And more calm.
And more presence.
And more presence.
Into everything I do.
Into everything I do.
So put your hands in the center of your chest or your heart chakra and say transform and take a deep breath.
Transform.
So how are you doing after that round?
Oh, wow. I actually felt like this energy come from the top down and through my feet and anchor me down. It was very interesting.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I actually noticed as we were tapping, at some point you took a really deep sigh, and that's a really good sign in tapping that things are shifting and happening for you. I wonder if any of you watching anything happened for you. If you did tap along, then just type your whatever happened, or if you have any questions in the message box on the right hand side. So maybe we'll do one more round. Have you got time for one more round?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I know you have to rush off. Okay, so let's do one more round. So as you're thinking about everything that you have to do, and I know you've got quite a busy day and still the house isn't done. And how's the queasiness actually in your stomach right now?
Oh, it actually went away.
Oh, great.
Yeah, feels like everything calmed down.
Okay, so should we do some positive intentioning of just having a great day now?
Oh, I like that.
I like that too. Let's do that. Okay, so tap along with me if you want to and take responsibility for your own well-being. So even though I've got so much to do, that never-ending to-do list, I'm open to the possibility of knowing and trusting that I'll get done what needs to get done, and the rest can wait, and that's okay. I don't have to do it all myself, and I don't have to do it all today. And I'm open to the possibility of knowing and trusting that it will get done, one way or another, and if it needs to, and if it doesn't, I'm open to the possibility of letting it go, and tapping through the points starting from the top of the head. All this stuff that I need to do. There's so much of it. And I've got such a busy day. I'm open to the possibility of remembering my feet on the ground, anchoring and rooting my body, so that I can be really present, and compassionate with myself, and kind to myself, knowing that I don't have to do it all today. And that I'm open to the possibility.
And that I'm open to the possibility.
Of feeling into my body.
Of feeling into my body.
So that I'll know exactly what needs to be done today.
So I'll know exactly what needs to be done today.
And when I do that.
And when I do that.
I'll be present with that.
I'll be present with that.
And I won't be thinking.
And I won't be thinking.
About all the other things.
About all the other things.
That I should be doing.
That I should be doing.
Open to the possibility.
Open to the possibility.
Of letting go of the shoulds.
Of letting go of the shoulds.
And doing what makes me feel good.
And doing what makes me feel good.
Doing what helps me breathe deeply.
Doing what helps me breathe deeply.
And fully.
And fully.
And dancing more.
And dancing more.
And enjoying more.
And enjoying more.
And noticing nature.
And noticing nature.
Being present for a sunrise.
Being present for a sunrise.
Or a sunset.
Or a sunset.
Being present with my children.
Being present with my children.
And my loved ones.
And my loved ones.
Being present in my work.
Being present in my work.
For my clients.
For my clients.
And my business.
And my business.
Being really here right now.
Being really here right now.
As I am.
As I am.
There's nothing I need to do or be.
There's nothing I need to do or be.
Or change.
Or change.
Other than surrender to this present moment.
Other than surrender to this present moment.
And say transform and take a deep breath.
Transform.
So how are you doing?
Better again.
Great. Oh, good, good. And if anyone has any thoughts or feedback about how that went for them, I'd love to hear it. You can post it in the message section. And just to remind you that Nicole's a NEA teacher and she's going to be starting classes in Chipperfield. And just remind me of the time and the day.
Oh, yes, Mondays from 1:30 to 2:30.
So today?
Actually, next week.
Next Monday.
Next Monday at Blackwell's.
Fantastic. And if they want to contact you to find out more about that, have you got an email address?
Yes, yes, it's N as in Nicole, LARUE at mac.com.
Okay, great. And if you enjoyed the tapping or you're suffering from overwhelm or you have any questions for me, then do contact me. My email address is transformationforwomen@gmail.com. That's transformationforwomen@gmail.com. Or if you want to download a free tapping video for overwhelm, you can go to my website, tamaradon.com. So I'm hoping to do another tapping video on Blab next Monday. So I hope you'll join me then. And if you've got any feedback, do let me know. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Tamara.
You're very welcome.